Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing today? Hey, this is Gregory Wiles coming live to you from Houston, Texas, with this inspirational morning walk, man. For first-time listeners, I just get some exercise in the mornings, and I share my thoughts with you guys, whatever I'm inspired to talk about that day. As you can see, it's a beautiful day in Houston. Nice clear skies back there, just around 50 degrees mark, so it's not too bad. Pamela Jefferson, sister-in-law, good morning. How are you doing? Yes, it's a nice clear day here, so sun is up, so I'll get some nice walking, nice cool temperatures. But yes, guys, so how is your day going? How are you guys' day going, wherever part of the country or the world you are? Hope you're having a great, great day. See the nice sun there, man? I can enjoy my yes, guys. So for first-time listeners, if you like what you're hearing, you could go on YouTube and I have lots of these little talks on YouTube. You could go and find something you like there, and you surely will be blessed. And if you log on there, you can just subscribe. The word subscribe can be in red. You can either go onto YouTube, search my name, Gregory Wiles, last name Wyles, and the channel is going to pop up. I can just hit the word subscribe in red, and so once it changed color, the subscription went through, or I usually forward the links throughout the day on Facebook, and when I finish here, I go upload it to YouTube. That would help me tremendously. All right, thank you for that. Yes, guys, so we were talking over the last few days, coming on to the end of the year. We were talking about the fasting and praying the end of the year, fasting, all of that. And that spiritual protection was getting a little bit of internet challenge here, so I can stop in this area here where it's a little better. Yeah, so we're talking about the protection. The last one we talked about protection, Ezekiel's vision, when God took Ezekiel and show him what the elders was doing in the churches, and he said he's gonna, bring some destruction to them. But then he sent Ezekiel, saying the vision, he saw these angels who was coming to destroy it with sword in their hands. Jennifer, thank you for checking in. Good morning. So so he said he sent his angels with the swords of destruction. That's what we did the last time, just giving a quick recap. But then he had this guy with the writing kit at his hand, and he was telling him to put a mark on the people. So when the guy's coming with a sword to kill all the other folks, he would not touch the people with a mark, right? So we're striving to get that mark, right? So I want to say to people, you fast and you pray, you did the end of the year fast, you pray, or you're praying, I want to show you what's going on behind the scenes. Because a lot of time you might get frustrated and you see nothing happening right away in the physical, and you kind of get in a little frustrated. So I want to shed some more light on some more scriptures. We talk about this protection, we talk about this mark, so you can understand what's going on spiritually. That's going to be protecting you. You may not see nothing physically right away and say, man, well, I fast, I didn't see nothing happen. But it's a lot going on that you don't know about, right? Remember, God is spiritual, the devil is spiritual, the angels is all spiritual. So all these stuff got to go on in the spiritual realm first, then it's manifest here. Those are these scriptures proven to us. So we can take two more scriptures here. Look at this. Look at what's going on behind the scenes when you think nothing is going on, right? So we still are talking about this protection. We're still trying to be protected, all right? The best form of protection ever. That's what we're trying to seek, right? That's what we're trying to seek, because everything else we're going to do physically is substitute. You want the best form of protection ever, and we can talk about how we're going to get that, right? So let's look at Revelations first. Revelation 7, 1 through 3. Revelation 7, verse 1 to verse 3. We can look at that quickly and see, right? Then he said, then I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds, so they did not blow on the earth or the sea, or even on any tree. And I saw another angel coming up from the east, carrying the seal of the living God. And hear what this angel said. And he shouted to those 4 angels who had been given power to harm the land and the sea. He shouted, hey, wait. Do not harm the land or the sea or the trees until we have placed the seal of God on the foreheads of his servant. Right? So he's saying, we're talking about this mark. Same thing with Ezekiel talk about what God tells the people going to put a mark. So these angels again, because there was angels there, there's angels here, and this one angel saying, hey, wait, don't destroy everything yet. I ain't got to put the mark on the people, on God's servants yet. I didn't got to put a mark. Hold on. Let me put the mark on these people first. And that's when I went on to talk about 144,000, all that. So you see what's going on spiritually, right? This angel's coming and put these mark on the people who either are going to get destroyed or not going to get destroyed. In this case, he's saying he can mark his people. So when those destruction come in, you got the mark spiritually. No matter what's going on physically, it's not going to touch you. That's why we see, oh, this is a miracle. Why this person was in this car. And if you should see this car, how this car was mashed up and this person come out with no scratch. You never talk those stories and people confess. If you see this car, this accident where this person went in, the whole car is mashed up, but this person walk away without a scratch. Right? You ever hear stories like that? Well, we're giving a little insight on what possibly could be happening there. So let's look at Job 1, 6 through 10. Let's look at Job 1, 6 through 10, right? So one day the member of the heavenly courts came to present themselves before the Lord, and the accuser, Satan, came within. Remember, Satan is the accuser. He communicates with God. He's the accuser. Remember, he can't do anything until God gives him approval. But when we break the laws, he go and he accuses us to God. God, look, this one break the law. God said, okay, he did. Go ahead and do your thing, right? The accuser, Satan, came with him. Where have you come from? The Lord asked Satan. Satan answered the Lord, I have been patrolling the earth, watching everything that's going on. Then the Lord asked him, have you noticed my servant Job? He's the finest man in all the earth. He is blameless. A man of complete integrity. He fears God and stays away from evil. But here was Satan reply. Satan himself gave us some revelation here. He of himself. So what God is saying about this mark, right? I want you to show you evidence now that the devil is seeing this mark too. Because he operates in the spiritual realm. That's what they are. So he is seeing this mark and this protection of God in his people, and he can't come close to them. So he give us this own little revelation here. This is in Job 1:8 now. No, 1 Job 9. Satan replied to the Lord, yes, but Job has good reason to fear God. You have always put a wall of protection around him and his home and his property. So Satan gave us some revelation there. The same mark that we're talking about, he is seeing it and he can't touch him. He said, man, you got a whole wall of protection around him. I can't get close to him. So that's why I can't notice him. You ask me if I notice your servant Job, how am I going to notice him? And you got a whole wall of protection around him and his home. I can't see him with the wall of protection you got. So God, you ask me if I notice him. You got this man well protected. I can't see him. And then he went on to say, and you have always the wall of protection around him and his home and his property. You have made him prosperous in everything he do. Look how rich he is. So well, we were talking about the protection part, right? But the protection part, the devil himself is seeing it. So when you got a mark, you want the best protection ever. You want that mark. You want the seal of approval from God. So when all these stuff passing around, it cannot touch you physically, because once you got the mark spiritually, it cannot harm you physically, man. Right? So let's look at one more. So I just imagine, right? You fast and you pray for your healing. You fast and you pray for financial success. You fast and you pray for your kids. Whatever you fasting and praying for, right? I just imagine using the scriptures from Ezekiel and this one Revelation, talking about these angels going to put this mark, right? And we can go on a little more and talk about angels, right? I just imagine you going to pray for your healing, right? You're going to pray for your healing, you fast, you pray, you're earnestly following God's laws and all the good stuff. And God's okay, this one's approved. And he tell his angels, go and mark this one for healing for me. Go mark Pamela for healing. Put a mark on her for healing. So I just imagine when the healing angel coming around, okay, looking for see all who got a mark for healing. Oh, Pamela got the mark. Oh, I got to go and heal her. Or Jennifer got the mark. I got to go and heal Jennifer for sickness, the healing angel coming around, or the angel for financial success and all your breakthroughs coming around. They're looking for the people with the mark. Okay, Jennifer got the mark on her. I got to advance her. I got to make sure she get promotion. See, all this going on spiritually first. And once it go on spiritually, automatically it's going to happen in this world, because everything happened in that world before it happened in this world. So Oswin Smith, good morning, sir. Good morning. Hope all is going well, man. Hope all is going well with you. Right? So just imagine so using these scriptures, we could envision that's the kind of thing we're going on. That's why we want the mark. So when the mark for protection come, oh, I see this accident coming. All right, you got a mark for protection already. No matter how banged up the car is, no matter how bad the car, you're going to be walking away with any scratches. We see that happening time and time again, and we're wondering how it happens, right? So now these scriptures giving us insight how these things happening. So let's go on quick in Psalms 91. And we're going to look at 9 through about 13. Psalms 91, 9 through about 13. It's a powerful psalm right there, Psalms 91. I love it. I use it so much at times before. Right? So from 9 said, if you say the Lord is my refuge, and you take the Most High, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you. No disaster will come near your tent, for he will command his angels, listen, he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands. This was going on when those accidents and all that happening, or big disasters, and some people being saved, and we wonder how they get out of that. This is what's going on here. He will lift you up they will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. So this is what's going on spiritually, guys. So when you fast and pray, you and see nothing right away happening, you say, oh, God, no. It's a lot going on spiritually. He taking care of you spiritually first, and then it's going to happen in this world. Once you got the mark, once you get approval spiritually, it's going to happen here, right? And Psalms 34:7 said, for the angel of the Lord is a guard. He surrounds and defends all who fears him. And we can get into more, we can talk more about the angels surrounding us and all of that in the next talk. And we're going to show you how these angels was put to work. Just so we assuming all this stuff was happening and why this person walked away from this accident, we're going to see this play out in the scripture, how these angels do it, right? So I want to give people an idea of what's going on spiritually. It's happened there first, right? So he's saying here in Psalms, I'm not going to go too deep into it because this is what I'm going to be doing in my next talk. But Psalms 34:7 saying, for the angel of the Lord is a guard. He surrounds and defends all who fears him. So it's telling me, you righteous, you got the approval, you got angels around you protecting you. You got angels around you protecting you. And just when I was doing this research, I was looking, and an evangelist went into, I think it's somewhere in Asia there, and he went into the jungle, and they had a tribe there that used to be a cannibalistic tribe, used to be eating people and doing all kind of stuff. And he went in there, he'd meet with the chief of the tribe, and long story short, the whole tribe was converted, right? He converted the tribe, and they stopped doing all the bad stuff what they was doing. But then the tribe leader asked the evangelist, he said, man, let me ask you a question. Now that we're friends, when you first come into this jungle, we surround you to kill you. He said, yeah. He said, the evangelist said he felt this presence, right? He said, we surround you to kill you. But who was those big shimmering men that was with you? Who were those guys? We never seen nothing like that before. Right? The evangelist was walking by himself. Physically, he was walking by himself. But they saw these big shimmering men around him because they was going to eat him just like how they eat everyone who they come into contact with in the jungle. But they could not touch him. Because these big shimmering men, as they describe it, that was around him, right? So I want people to understand this, right? So that's why he said you got to get faith and you got to believe, because he can God is protecting you. So we'll talk a little bit more and show how these angels operate in the next talk. Today is what? Wednesday on Friday, right, guys? But in the meanwhile, let's strive to get this mark. Let's follow these laws. Let's just understand this thing, what's going on, and that's why he said knowledge. Your breakthrough can come from knowledge, because when you get a better understanding of this thing work, you can be more excited to do it. You can be more excited for all this protection that He's giving you, and then That's why you say you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry, because if by worrying you can't add a single hour, a single day to your life. But if you get this protection of, you don't have to worry, saying you go about your business. You go about your business, and I got you. I got you, man. All right, guys. So we can leave it there, man. We can leave it there. But you guys have a great day, and we'll talk again on Friday, 8:45 Central Time. That's our time here in Texas, and you calculate it from there. All right. Thanks. Have a great day. Goodbye.